Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx back in the DJ City UK lab. Today is the second in a series of videos that I'm doing where I try and identify and demonstrate all of the different options you have to get track IDs into your live streams. Whatever platform you're going to, Twitch, Mixcloud or whatever, I think it's really important that you identify the tracks that you play so that your viewers, your listeners can then go and buy or stream or otherwise support those artists themselves. The first one we looked at was ProLink Tools. That's for the Pioneer DJ, CDJ kind of users. This one today is all about Serato and it comes from DJ Flipside in Chicago. Let's get to it. I first came across DJ Flipside many years ago when I used to watch the videos of his Flipside at 5 mixes on B96 in Chicago. You may also know him from being the official DJ for the Chicago Bulls or as the producer in the Jump Smokers. As with many of us, in 2020, Flipside took to live streaming with much enthusiasm and subsequently put this app together along with Sheila Wheaton. There's one elephant in the room here, which is that there is another application in this space which has the same name, the Now Playing app from Triode. That works with different platforms and in a slightly different way, but it performs a similar task. My hope is, as none of this stuff is commercial software, it's all kind of homebrew small projects, that everyone will be able to get along and there won't be any issues with that. Flipside's Now Playing, like most of these apps, is free to download and donations to help with further development are welcomed if you feel like you're getting value from it. We'll link to the download in the description of this video. Using the app itself is pretty straightforward. Basically, download the version you need for Windows or OS X, then extract the file. You can use it from wherever you've downloaded it to on Windows. I did find that I needed to drag the application to the applications folder on OS X. Once you've done that, you open it up and then you need to put in your Serato display name. So that is your Serato account name. Pop that in there. Then you need to make sure that the path to your Chrome browser, you need Chrome installed for this, is correct. So in my case, it is just the default. I don't mess with it at all. You can, if you've changed it, have a custom path for that, you'll need to put that in here. And then you choose a directory where you want to save the Now Playing text file, which is going to be output by the application. So in this case, I've just set up a folder in my local documents folder, and I've just called that folder test, and I'm just feeding it out to there. So that is the nowplaying.txt, which the application will generate. Then we need to actually set up a live playlist in Serato DJ Pro. So to do so, I'm going to go into the settings menu. I'm going to click on Serato playlists, and I'm going to make sure that I've got enable live playlists is ticked. Then we're going to go back to the main window, and in the history tab, I'm going to hit Start Live Playlist. So now we have connected. It's opened up my default browser. I'm going to start Live Playlist. And this is a common thing with a lot of the stuff which works with Serato. You'll need to be using these live playlists to do it. So we can see it's now currently private only, and that's important. We need this to be a public playlist so that the Now Playing app can pull up the information from it. So I'm going to edit details, and I'm going to make sure it is public, visible to everyone. Save that. And now, once we start playing stuff, then the Now Playing app should be able to pick it up. So let's do that. Let's load up a track here. And I'm going to start the app, and I'm going to start playing. And I'll actually leave this Serato window up as well so we can see how quickly it updates. So there we go. We can see it just came up there on the Serato screen, and now it's come up there on the Now Playing app screen. And we can load up another track. Let's do that. And go across. I do have hardware set up here. I've got a Hercules DJ Control Starlight just running the tracks. And you can see that again has switched. And so the track list on Serato's website is populating, and we have the currently playing track is populating in the Now Playing app. So let's do one more just to show you. Load that up, press play. Move the crossfader over, hit Q on the other one, and then very quickly that will update. So it really does it live, it does it on the fly. This is now running. We don't need to do anything else to this during our performance. But what are we going to do with this data that we're now collecting via the app? Well, we've got this Now Playing.txt. Now, of course, in OBS, you can add a text file as a feature, as part of your scene, as one of the sources. So we can set one up manually, just go in there and text file, etc. But I'm just going to drag it on. So let's do so now. And there we have it. There is our track list. And I'll just, again, load a different track just to show you it changing inside OBS. I'll go back to OBS. Go across. And then that should update. And there it goes. So it's updated now inside OBS. Now, of course, you can change the font of this. You can change the size of this. You can animate this. You can do whatever you want with it. You can put a background on it. It's just feeding text into OBS or other streaming software. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. Once it's in there, it's entirely up to you. Another thing you can do if you don't like exactly how Serato DJ Pro tends to transition from one track to another, then you can, of course, because it is a source, you can make it visible or invisible using something like an Elgato Stream Deck. So you can choose when you want to have it on the screen. If you don't want to sort of give away your next track that you're going to play, if you want to keep that secret until you drop it as a nice little surprise for your viewers and listeners, then maybe you want to turn the ID off, and then once the track starts playing, then you can turn it on again. Again, you could do that with keyboard shortcuts. You could do that with different scenes. Whatever you want to do, you know, once you're within that OBS kind of sandbox, you're free to do whatever you like. So that's it really. Very simple, you know, no issues at all. It just works very well. The other thing to kind of bear in mind with this is that it doesn't need to be on the same computer that you're streaming from. I'm doing that here, but this could be on any computer. It doesn't even have to be on the same network. As long as you've got the live playlist working on the Serato site and you put in the Serato display name, it's a public playlist. So this can be pulled from basically anywhere in the world. So I can certainly run this on a different computer. I can have Serato DJ Pro running, feeding out the live playlist information on my Windows laptop, and then the Mac Mini that I use for OBS and for the streaming side of stuff, I can have that with the Now Playing app on there. So very flexible in terms of how it works. And again, simplicity with this one is absolutely the key. So there you go, a look at Now Playing from DJ Flipside. I really like this one for its simplicity. It's just very straightforward. Yes, it only works with one software platform, Serato DJ Pro, but it takes advantage of stuff that software is already doing and then spits you out a nice clean text file that you can use in whatever way you want in your streaming software like OBS with just zero fuss. Nice, simple and straightforward. So if you're a Serato user, this one is absolutely worth a look. The next video in this series in a few weeks' time will be on the Now Playing app. I feel it's only right as it has pretty much the same name. We'll look at that one. That comes from Triode. That works with various different platforms. It outputs its data in a different way. So make sure you come back for that one. In the meantime, thank you for watching today. Make sure you're subscribed for all our future tips, tricks, and product reviews. I'll see you soon.